Hello, I'm John Wenzel, co-founder of Archvest Wealth Advisors, and I thank you for tuning in today. Today I wanted to talk to you about creating a spending plan. So this is alternatively called a budget. Well, what's a budget, you say? Well, a budget in and of itself is something that kind of contains you. Well, we all realize and understand and know that we've got to spend money each month in order to live. So why not create a plan, i.e. a spending plan, to be put in place to help us identify the right types of parameters or strategy behind how we spend our money. Too often, months come, months go, money gets spent, and at the end of the day, we really don't know what we have. We just know we got through the month. So what we'd like to do today is to talk to you about some of the different components that make up a spending plan, as well as a few tips to help you in order to gather information in creating your own plan. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to select the Contact Us, and we'd be happy to schedule a time to talk with you a bit more about a spending plan and/or your spending plan that's applicable to you. In terms of the different components of a spending plan, well, first component would be to gather the information. So now, fortunately, there are a lot of great tools out there, including year-end spending guides that can oftentimes come out from the credit card companies that you may be doing business with. Of course, we always encourage, if you're using credit cards, to make sure that you're paying them off in full. If you can't, then creating a plan to tackle that debt and get yourself out of that debt, which of course we can talk about as well. But in terms of creating the spending plan, look at, companies like Chase, as well as American Express will offer year-end summaries, and they even will categorize for you to some degree as to where your money is going. So pulling from some of those sources is very helpful. In addition, there is also a link on our website that you'll see for an app for your smart device called Spending Tracker. And this tracker is something that will be loaded to your smartphone or tablet, which of course you can use at any time you spend money. You just log it in, and it's very easy, it's very straightforward, and guess what? Your smartphone is pretty much always with you. So this way you really have little to no excuse of starting to track how you spend. But first and foremost, you need to have some sort of basis, whether it's pulled from a third-party source that helps you track the information, or downloading an app like that, which is free. But doing some sort of tracking for at least a month, 2 months, to give you a basis. In terms of the broad categories, we think of spending plan to be put into broad categories, and then from there kind of filtering down to what makes sense for you. First, of course, we like to be able to pay ourselves, so that would include the savings component. This component should be roughly about 10% of your overall spending plan. In addition, we want to allot 10% to food, and that would be not only food you buy at the grocery store, but also meals and meals on the go. The meals on the go category can also be lumped in with spending money. So spending money is kind of free, discretionary entertainment, and that usually runs at about 15% of your overall monthly spending. The next categories that we would like to look at would be the housing, utilities, as well as transportation or auto maintenance. Between the two, the housing and utilities should make up at about 30% of your monthly spending. The next 10% should come from the transportation, and this would include any routine tickets, tolls, transportation, whether it be a subway or a BART train or public transportation, and or auto maintenance would also fall within that 10% of your monthly spending. The next categories we would look at would be your healthcare, as well as education, any additional education spending, and personal types of insurance. So on the insurance side, that should make up roughly about 13%. Another 5% should come from the education, any additional education or education pursuit, and or education savings you may be doing for your children or other loved ones as well. The last component of the spending plan would be 7%, and that 7% would be to cover the healthcare costs. Again, feel free to use the Contact Us. We could provide you with some more detailed worksheets on creating a spending plan, and we're happy to sit down with you as well. I would be remiss if I didn't cite our source here today. We utilize the dollars and cents field guide that outlines some of these percentages in these broad categories for creating a spending plan. So again, we're always happy to help and happy to field any sort of questions you may have so that we could create the right type of spending plan for you. Feel free to contact us. Thank you for watching today.